Spirit is challenging me to see that there is another way. That's not the only way. That you can move because you decided to move, not just because you're uncomfortable. Because you can find comfort and you can find satisfaction and you can find gratitude and joy and peace that is always available to you, no matter what the situation is. And anybody telling you anything else, it is a lie. And that's what I've come to do, is dismantle the lies. I've come to bring awareness and shine light on that shadow, on that darkness, that is not true. That is not true just because you've been taught that. That is not true just because you've seen it work in your own life. That's not the only truth. There is another truth that can work so much better for you, where you can be happy on the way to where you want to go. Hey, Fighter Jett family. April Jett, the bondage breaker, your soul transformation facilitator. Look, so I was thinking, how do you be grateful for what you have, right? But then still want something more. You know, first time I heard that concept, that, you know, be grateful for what you have, the first thing I thought was, okay, I mean, I'm grateful, but I'm trying to get up out this neighborhood. Or I'm grateful, but I'm trying to, you know, live like that. I'm grateful, but I'm trying not to have to worry about this, and this, right? And so it's like, doing some soul searching, I realized that I was holding on to a level of ungratefulness. Stick with me here. I was holding on to a level, a degree of ungratefulness, because it was almost like, if I'm satisfied with living in this house or living in this neighborhood or driving this car or being in this body the way that it looks, or you know, like, just, I'm just listing things, right? Listing things that I've wanted to work on and change and improve. I had to do some soul searching to realize that I felt like, if I am 100% okay with it being like it is, then I'm not gonna change. If I'm 100% okay with it being like it is, then I'm not going to change. Because then it's like, what's the point of changing? Everything's good. Everything's okay. I'm good. And so it kind of like hit me like that. So it's like, well, dang. So if that's a thought that came across my mind, sorry, my hair is all over. If that's a thought that came across my mind, I mean, well, then what am I really thinking? What am I really believing? If that's a thought that I had, then what am I really believing? And so I got to thinking even more. And that realization happened a long time ago, right? With this feeling of, I'm almost scared to be 100% cool with where my life is in every area, because that means a complacency will come over me, because everything's okay, so it's no point in changing. So it's almost like a fear of being okay. 100% grateful means that you are good. You're good. I'm grateful. I'm 100% grateful. And it was just hard for me to see, how can I be grateful 100% and still go for something else. And so what Spirit helped to reveal to me today is, we have been conditioned to power towards our goals with the fuel of ungratefulness, with the fuel of dissatisfaction. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. So we, not me, all of us, right? So many of us have been conditioned to go towards our goal using the fuel of dissatisfaction. So let me tell you what I mean. So what about when they say, what's your reason why? I remember when I was doing Legal Shield, which was a network marketing thing, right? And we would go to big events and stuff, and have the people on a stage that was the, you know, six figure ring earners and stuff. And they would be like, it was real big on personal development. And one of the things, they had us writing vision boards and all of that stuff. I mean, it really was an introduction to personal development for me. So I give it a lot of credit, going through that journey. But even in that, they would say, what's your reason why? Your reason why drives you. And I hear that now that I'm not in network marketing and just being in the personal development arena. That is it, right? Like, your reason why. But when you hear what people's reasons why is, or the reasons why, what are the reasons why? They would be from stage saying stuff like, we was living in this poverty. We had this going on. This person was sick. We needed that. We needed this. We needed, and I get it. Absolutely. I absolutely get it. I'm in the audience. I'm like, yo, you had to do what you had to do, And it's not that you can't accomplish your goals fueled with dissatisfaction. But there is another way. And that's why it was so difficult for me to make the connection as to how can I be 100% grateful and satisfied with my life the way that it is. Why does dissatisfaction have to be your fuel? Why is it that you can't be satisfied with what you have and still say, I want something different and I'm going to go for something different as well, right? Like, I have something else I want to experience. How it was so difficult to understand that. And I am on a journey to figure that out. I'm on a journey because I believe that Spirit has brought this to my attention, because there truly is another way. That, as a matter of fact, that gratitude and that gratefulness and that 100% satisfaction with life the way that it is, even though there are things that you want to be different experiences that you want to have, that you have permission. You have permission to be 100% satisfied and grateful with the life that you have right now. You have permission to look for the things that make you feel good about the life that you are living right now, no matter what it is. You have permission to use that gratitude, that gratefulness, that appreciation for where your life is now, and to use that as the fuel to push you forward towards a new experience. It's not that I want things to change so bad. Like, we got to change our relationship with a new experience. It's not that I need to get out of this, that I need something different, that I have to focus on changing. How about you focus on the gratitude, you focus on the appreciation, you focus on the satisfaction that is already available to you out of the experience that you're having right now, and then have a desire to have a different experience. That, you know what, I'm happy here. I feel good here because I've chosen to see the things that make me feel that way. I've chosen to show gratitude and appreciation for the things in my life and in my situation that makes me feel that way. I've chosen to let that be my focus. And while that is my focus, I also have other experiences in this life that I want to experience. Because life is a journey, right? And they say enjoy the journey. So how do you truly enjoy a journey? You're not enjoying it if you're just like so busy, focused on that outcome that you have no control over, right? That outcome that you're trying to make happen that's not happening in the time that you need it or want it to happen, right? So when that is the focus, now you're forcing it. Now you're rushing. Now you're checking the clock. What time? When we gonna get there? You know what I'm saying? But when you are focused on, you know what? I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna enjoy this train ride. I'm gonna look up at the clouds. I'm not gonna rush this experience. I'm gonna enjoy it where it's at. Right? So enjoying the journey means to just have complete, full satisfaction. I know other people will disagree with me with the satisfaction part, because they are still wrapped up in the conditioning that satisfaction means that you are not going to experience anything else, that you have no desire for new experiences. And I've come to challenge that concept. I've come to challenge that relationship, that you don't have to feel like satisfaction means that you can't experience something else. And that full satisfaction with where you are right now means that you are doomed to only have what you have right now. And even that wording, the way that I'm describing it and the way that I'm expressing it, means that just me saying doom. Doom, even me describing it as doom, because that's how we feel when we're not in full satisfaction with the moment, right? So I am doing this work with myself, and I'm bringing this up to you in hopes that maybe something in it resonates enough to make you start to think more deeply about your relationship with your life that you have today, to make you think more deeply about the relationship with the life that you want to experience tomorrow and in the future, and to think about the relationship that you have towards want, desire, need versus appreciation, acceptance, and flow. Do you also, just like me, do you also notice that there is some type of attachment towards, or some type of, I'm saying attachment, but I'm saying it as just a relationship, that there's some type of correlation between I have to be so uncomfortable, and this is what they would teach. You're not going to move until you're uncomfortable. They would teach that from stage, and they are right. That we do move when we're uncomfortable. But again, Spirit is challenging me to see that there is another way. That's not the only way. That you can move because you decided to move, not just because you're uncomfortable. Because you can find comfort, and you can find satisfaction, and you can find gratitude and joy and peace that is always available to you, no matter what the situation is. And anybody telling you anything else, it is a lie. And that's what I've come to do, is dismantle the lies. I've come to bring awareness and shine light on that shadow, on that darkness, that is not true. That is not true just because you've been taught that. That is not true just because you've seen it work in your own life. That's not the only truth. There is another truth that can work so much better for you, where you can be happy on the way to where you want to go. That you can have joy and satisfaction for where you are right now. And how about that frequency shift of being totally joyous, and then deciding that, you know what, I'm ready to have a different experience, that energetically, it is that frequency that brings that new experience towards you. If you want to get technical with the energetics, if you want to get technical with the quantum physics, that is the energy that brings it towards you. I feel like I'm all over the place because I'm in a park and people are like, I'm gathering an audience. I mean, they're not like gathering, but people are watching from a distance. So they kind of got me out of channeling and into my head. But let me get back to y'all. Look. So yeah, I don't have it pieced all the way together. I'm just kind of sharing in the moment as it's happening, as these realizations are coming, because it's important to share. Like, this is life-changing. And so I told my husband, I'm like, I'm about to figure it out. Now that I see, now that Spirit has shown me the problem, the disconnect, now that Spirit has shown me the place, I'm seeing intersection. Now that Spirit has shown me the place that's intersecting or blocking, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It's like a road and then it's a block. So I saw it as an intersection, but yeah, it's more like a blockage. So now that Spirit is showing what the blockage is for myself and for so many of us, it is this conditioned belief that we all have. And it makes so much sense to us because we've been conditioned to believe it for so long, at such an early age. And everyone around you is conditioned to see it too. So you constantly are receiving confirmation of this conditioned belief in your own experiences and in the experiences of those around you. That you sound silly when you say, I'm going to be completely satisfied with roaches crawling all over me. Which that's not the case, but I've seen that before, right? I know people, I've worked with clients who that was the situation, and it would seem ridiculous with the prior belief system, the belief system that I come from. It is ridiculous to even start. You don't work on feeling comfortable with that. You don't work on being satisfied with that. You should be. It's just a bug crawling on my, get away, bug. He like, I'm trying to get this knowledge. He like, I ain't know. I know what you trying to say, chick. What you mean? You mean to tell me that I can be happy and satisfied all the way to a new experience? That's what that bug like. He like, let me get up and close, see what she talking about. But that's exactly what Spirit is saying. That's exactly what Spirit is saying. And it's, some of you are going to totally resonate with this. Some of you ready to hear this. And a whole lot of you are going to be like, that don't make no sense. I hear what she's saying, but she's off. And that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay that you think I'm off. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I tried it the other way. And Spirit is telling me something different. And it's hitting my soul in a way that my inner guidance knows that it's true. And because I'm in touch with my inner guidance, then I know what I know when I know it. And so I am going to make it my business to do work on releasing the fear of being 100% grateful, satisfied, and at peace with whatever it is in my life that I have been wanting to shift and change. I'm going to do the work to release the fear, because that's exactly what it is. I'm going to do the work to release the fear of being okay with an effed up situation. I'm afraid of that because I'm afraid that if I don't feel uncomfortable enough, if I'm not dissatisfied enough, if I'm not upset enough, embarrassed enough, uncomfortable enough, that I will say, well, I'm good then. And I don't need to go. I'm good. I don't need to move. I don't need to change. Somebody told me, somehow, when I say somebody, I mean life. Somebody. Somehow I got to that belief. And I'm realizing that I don't have to believe that. I don't have to believe it. There's another belief available to me. There's a whole nother way of thinking and moving and being that is available to me. And I've tried it for 40 years that other way. And I am excited. I am excited to go do the work to release the fear of being afraid that I can be happy no matter what. I'm excited to do the work to release the fear that I can be happy no matter what. Because that's what it boils down to. That's exactly what it boils down to. And when you living and moving, it don't feel like that's how you're operating. But when you take the time and you sit down and you really start to process and think and be alone, I wouldn't have been able to do that had I not been alone. You got to take time to get alone. Yeah. You got to take time to get alone and get quiet with your thoughts so you can process this kind of stuff. Which is a whole nother video, I say it all the time in my stuff, like you got to get in your quiet place. I was in a quiet place today when that revelation started to come upon me, and now I get it. I absolutely get it. That is a whole belief system that I was taught to believe because that's how the world believes. That's how the world believes. I didn't know I had an option. And I found out today that I have an option, that I get to choose to be happy and excited and satisfied and content and complete and at peace with whatever is going on in my life. And that it is my work to look for that because it's available. It's right here for me. Just like I can look for all the things that make me feel dissatisfied to the point that now they start to find you. You can shift that. And I am taking that challenge to shift that. Ugh, these bugs are doing the most. See, nature is trying. They smart though, because they come into the knowledge. So yeah, anyway, I just want to get on and share that. Look, that is exciting to me. That is exciting. That is exciting. And it's like I find myself repeating the things that I say that I believe now. Oh, if you shift your vibration and, vibrate on a certain frequency and just be grateful and happy and, and it's not that just being grateful. Oh gosh, there's so many things I want to say. Life is not all about just being grateful and happy. It's about the experience. It's about the complete journey. Okay? So let me get that out. That's what I believe. It's not just about being happy. But what I also believe is that your happiness and your peace is always available to you. And that at any point in time that you get ready to feel it, you can go and you can feel it. You can go and you can get it because it's available. And it doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It doesn't matter how effed up the situation is. It doesn't matter what they did or what they said or what they didn't do or who left you or how much you lost. None of that affects the reality that your peace and happiness is always available to you. But it's up to you to shift your perspective and go and get that shit. So that is also what I believe. So, yeah. I'm going to leave the video. It's at 20 minutes. Look, I love y'all. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Thank you so much for giving me your energy and spending this time with me. I hope this message not hope. I already know what Spirit gonna do. Spirit gonna deliver the message to those who need it and those who need it now. And so I declare that this message will reach the ears of those who need this message. And it's gonna plant seeds that's gonna bear fruit that's gonna change their life and the lives of those in their family lineage for years to come. That this seed is going to blossom and break generational curses, and I declare it to be so because I have the power to do that. And I am touching an agreement with any of those who believe the same thing that I believe. I'm touching an agreement with any of those who want to share in this energy of calling into being the breaking of the generational curses, the breaking of the belief systems that hold us down. I am standing in that. I'm being an anchor for that. And it's according to your belief. It's according to how much you believe what you say. And in this moment, the goosebumps that I feel, it's true, y'all. It's true. I'm telling you, it's true. So, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for these messages. Thank you for those who watch. Thank you for those who are affected. Thank you for those who click off and say that was bullshit. Thank you, because that was still a seed that was being planted, and when they are ready, it will feed them. And I know that. I know it. I already know it. So look, description box is going to have ways that you can work with me. I have a podcast that I'm recording for. In the description box, you'll find out more about that. If you'd like to be interviewed, it's all about spirituality. It's about capturing spiritual journeys. It's about creating dialogue, conversation, transparency, and support and community around the human experience, the spiritual journey, the spiritual walk. Even if you're an atheist, my belief is that it's still a spiritual walk that you are on, whether you consider it that or not. So I am here to capture these experiences and bring us together in unity. Under what is usually so divided by religion. I'm going to bring us together under unity. So I'm going to unify us. So that's one thing. So you can learn more about that in the description box. And if you'd like to share your experience of your spiritual journey, any type of epiphanies that you have had, transformations that you have had, or just maybe just where you are on your journey, there's other people who are just like you, who feel alone in their path and could resonate with your story. So if you would like to contribute to that library, please hit me up, info@apriljet.com. Everything will be in the description box. I also have other ways to work with me, so that'll be in the description box. I love you. Until next time. Bye.